Dengan izin Yang Arif, persidangan mahkamah hari ini dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan kesemua pihak berikutan pelaksanaan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan di bawah Pemulihan Negara Pasal 4. Hakim bersidang pada hari ini, Yang Arif Hakim, Datuk Noorin Binti Badaruddin. Petisyen untuk penerima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara. Pempetisyen pertama nombor video petisyen WA-18-29-01/2021 Tioh Elin.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tioh Elin, pempetisyen pertama.
Yes.
Yang Arif, saya Wong Changkek bagi pihak petisyen pertama Tioh Elin. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang akan memperkenalkan diri mereka yang ada.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Adiba Iman Mat Hassan, Peguam Persekutuan, hadir bagi Yang Berhormat Peguam Negara Malaysia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tan Seng Chong bagi pihak Majlis Peguam.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Ui Jiareng bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Saya juga menyebut bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor bagi pempetisyen yang berasal dari Selangor.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan, Encik Wong.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My lady, before I proceed today, please allow me to state that indeed it is my pleasure and my privilege to appear before your ladyship this afternoon, not to conduct a hearing before your ladyship, but to move a call for admission to the bar of a very dear family friends, my lady. I crave leave of your ladyship to introduce the first petitioner, Tioh Elin. My lady, the petitioner was born and raised in Petaling Jaya, Selangor, and is the eldest daughter of Heng Ai-ling and Richard Tioh. At a very young age, the petitioner already aspired and wanted to be a lawyer. The petitioner was able to read law at Cardiff University and went on to complete the bar professional training course at City University London. And the petitioner was called to the Bar of England and Wales at the Honourable Society of Middle Temple in the year 2020. The petitioner then returned to Malaysia and commenced her pupillage in the chambers of Mrs. Zayed Ibrahim and Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. Tan Wee Hong. On this day of mission, the petitioner would like to record her utmost appreciation for the love and support that she had received from her mentors, families, and friends. The petitioner would like to specially put on record and give thanks to her parents for her supporting her and always believing her. She acknowledges that her parents had made tremendous sacrifices for her, and without their sacrifices, the petitioner would not be where she is today. The petitioner is also profoundly grateful and blessed to have such wonderful parents who gave her their unconditional love and support, and she hopes she can continue to make her parents proud. To her siblings, Julie and Derek, for being annoying at times, but always her best friends throughout life. They are always there for the petitioner when she's at her lowest, and the petitioner will always be grateful to them. To her uncle and aunts, Heng Ik Chong, Wong Set Pew, Heng Ai Yen, and Heng Ai Jun, for being such a great model and inspiration to the petitioner. To Mr. Tan Wee Hong, for all the opportunities he has given to the petitioner, and for the faith, guidance, trust, and confidence he has placed in her. To her dear friends Adeline and Sharon for teaching the petitioner that she is never alone, and to her fellow pupil mates for their camaraderie. My lady, to Wong Nita as well for always supporting the petitioner and be the pillar of strength to the petitioner. Wong Nita is my son, my lady. The petitioner would also like to extend her gratitude to her movers, yours truly, my lady. The petitioner is honored to, he have told me that he is honored to have him as a mover for this significant milestone in the petitioner's professional career. However, my lady, I think the pleasure is mine for her gracious invitation to me for moving her call this beautiful Friday afternoon. Yang Arif, I sincerely believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe all the petitioner papers are in order and that my limited friends from the Attorney General Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Bar Committee of Kuala Lumpur have no objection to this petition, my lady.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan reda diri memohon supaya pempetisyen pertama diterima, masuk dan didaftari sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Teo Aileen sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Teo Aileen dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon agar pempetisyen menyuarungkan jubahnya dengan sendiri, Yang Arif.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations, Mr. Wong Cheng Kiat. Thank you very much. It's an honor to have you before this court this evening. Since this is not an adversarial situation, because all I have to adjudicate is the petitioner's petition, I have to declare that Mr. Wong Cheng Kiat, or he is fondly known to me as Tuan Wong, was my former boss and my former mentor. And of course, I am so happy to have him before this court today, even though I know he has been avoiding to appear before me, because it would tantamount to either me or him who has got to recuse ourselves. But anyway, yes, on a lighter note, may I take this opportunity, Tuan Wong or Mr. Wong Cheng Kiat, to be direct. I have got a direct question to you because you always train me to ask direct questions. Is the petitioner your future daughter-in-law?
Inshallah.
That's wonderful, isn't it? That makes this evening more merrier. Yes, congratulations. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Eileen. Yeah, you better behave, yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wong Cheng Kiat.
Thank you very much, my lady. It's my pleasure, my lady.
Petisyen kedua WA-18-57-01/2021 Deborah Louis Shin Mei.
Dengan izin Arif, Deborah Louis Shin Mei sebagai petisyen kedua.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Wong Kahui mewakili pempetisyen kedua. Arif, rakan-rakan yang bijaksana saya yang mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang mana telah dikenalkan terlebih dahulu. Yang Arif, ini adalah petisyen penerimaan masuk pempetisyen Deborah Louis Shin Mei sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya memohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk meneruskan di bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan, Encik Wong.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. If it pleases my lady, it was on the 5th of July 1997 that the prayers of Mr. Louis Sun On and Madam Karen Lai Siu Ling were answered when their little bundle of joy was brought into this world. The petitioner is the younger of two siblings and their only daughter, and was brought up in a loving household which ensured that your humble petitioner was given every opportunity to grow and prosper in life. My lady, the petitioner has come a long way to end up in this cherished hall of justice. With the grace of God and the innumerable sacrifices of the petitioner's parents, the petitioner now stands here, having completed her law degree from the University of Liverpool, the Honourable Society of Lincoln's Inn, and her pupillage at Messrs. Shutlin and Bob. My lady, this journey is one the petitioner could hardly have done on her own. And as with most things in life, the petitioner is immensely grateful for the people who have walked with her through this journey. The petitioner, first and foremost, wishes to thank God for blessing her with the best of family and friends who have been there for her through good times and bad. She would like to thank her parents, Mr. Louis Sunon and Madam Karen Lai Siu Ling, for all that they have done and continue to do for her. The petitioner wishes to let her parents, who are no doubt tuning in with tears of joy, to know that she loves them with all her heart and will work her hardest to be a daughter that they can be proud of. She would also like to thank her brother, Brian Wee Shen Viang, who has been a loving brother, and her canine companion, Misty Lui, who has accompanied the petitioner through life for the past 10 years. The petitioner also wishes to thank her grandparents, who are now in heaven, for giving her some of the best childhood memories, and she cannot wait to tell them about her journey through life when they meet again someday. The petitioner also wishes to extend her heartfelt appreciation to her pupil master and my very good friend, Mr. Chan Kok Keong, for his guidance and patience in guiding the petitioner throughout her pupillage and his continuing guidance now as her team leader. Although Mr. Chan has always said that it is his responsibility to guide the petitioner where he can, she is immensely grateful for his mentorship and for all the learning opportunities that he has provided her with. Additionally, my lady, the petitioner also wishes to thank all members of the Banking Litigation Department at Messrs. Shutlin and Bob, especially the partners and associates whom she had the privilege to work with and learn from throughout her pupillage. She would like to thank them for their continuous guidance, patience, and advice in nurturing the petitioner to perfect her skills as a lawyer. The petitioner would also like to thank her beloved pupil mates, whom she lovingly refers to as her duckies, for their constant encouragement and care over the past 9 months. The memories that they have helped form in chambers is something the petitioner will hold dearly to her heart for years to come. The petitioner understands that the journey as a member of the bar will be a challenging yet rewarding one. With the pride of her new role comes responsibility. Responsibility to herself, to her firm, to her clients, and to the courts before she now appears. The petitioner hopes to remind herself in years to come as to the sacrifice and hardship it took to be here, and to always do her best to uphold the integrity of her profession and to give her best in all that she does. My lady, I have no doubt that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya, as she has been under the tutelage of my learned friend and my good friend, in fact, Mr. Chan Kok Keong. I believe the petitioner's papers are in order and that the Attorney General's Office, Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee have no objections.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Arif, I have had the opportunity to work together with the petitioner when I was an associate in Shukrin and Bok. And I could personally attest that she is indeed a fit and proper person. And dengan itu, Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan untuk petition ni.
Thank you, Mr. Ooi.
Dari izin, Ya Arif, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah untuk petisyen kedua diterima sebab yang diterafkai sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Deborah Lui Shin Mei sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Deborah Lui Shin Mei dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Obliged, my lady. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon untuk Pempetisyen menyurangkan jubah dengan sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Terima kasih Yang
Much
Arif.
obliged, my lady. Much obliged.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Wong.
Thank you, my lady. Much obliged.
Pempetisyen ketiga, nombor petisyen WA-18-119-01/2021 Lim Rifeng.
Dengan izin Arif, nama saya Lim Rifeng, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Ying Fong hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Lim Rifeng pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner Lim Rifeng. The petitioner was born on 31st March 1996 in Penang, while he is the second child of Mr. Lim Eng Guan and Madam Jenny Lim Beng Wai. The petitioner had his early education in SJKC Union and later continued his secondary education in Chong Ling High School. The petitioner was conferred a Bachelor of Laws degree with a second-class honours upper division from University of Liverpool, United Kingdom in 2018. After his graduation, the petitioner then completed his bar professional training course and Master of Laws in BPP University Leeds in 2020. And he was called to the Bar of England and Wales by the Honourable Society of Lincoln's Inn. The petitioner was fortunate and honoured to be offered a place to complete his pupillage in Mrs. Lee under the expert guidance of his pupil master, Mr. Lee Chong Ho. The petitioner would also like to record his appreciation to his pupil master for the opportunities given to him throughout his pupillage. Yang Arif, on this memorable day, the petitioner seized this opportunity to express his sincere and utmost gratitude to his family for their endless tender love and care, encouragement, and undivided and unflinching financial and moral support, as without which he would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in his life. No words are able to express how thankful the petitioner is to his family for their love, support, and sacrifices. The petitioner is also indebted to all his university friends and bar schoolmates for sharing his joys and sorrows during his law studies. Mr. Carl Teo Yi Kai, Miss Angela Hu, Miss Lo Shi Ying, Miss Teo Hui Jen, Mr. Kenny Lim, and Mr. Brandon To for accompanying him and supporting him through ups and downs during hard times. Miss Chong Ka-yan, Miss Shemin Chen, Mr. Matthew Lam, Mr. Chua Boon Ping, and Miss Lee Jane and Miss Wei for making his time while reading in chambers such a fun, memorable, and unforgettable, despite the hectic workload and whilst we are all going through a pandemic. The petitioner would like to specially express his heartfelt gratitude to Miss Tan Ying Fong, Miss Florence Liu, Miss Hazel Tan, Miss Teo Zixin, and Mr. Cao Peng for their patience and willingness to share their invaluable knowledge, experience, and guidance throughout his pupillage. And lastly, Miss Eve and Miss Lin for their valuable advice and teaching during his internship in Zico. Last but not least, but the petitioner is also extremely grateful to Miss Tan Ying Fong, his mover today too, who has kindly agreed to take out her busy schedule to move his call. Yang Arif, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honourable court. I believe all the petitioner papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee respectively have no objection to this motion.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia terima tanya, Arif.
Pihak Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Oleh yang demikian Yang Arif, Saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen Lim Reform diterima, masuk dan didaftarai sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Lim Reform sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Lim Reform dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Much obliged, Yang Arif. Dengan itu, saya memohon Yang Arif izin Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk membenarkan Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Ms. Tan.
Much obliged, Yang Arif.
Petisyen keempat WA-18-13-02/2021 Yap Suen Yi.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Yap Suen Yi, Pempetisyen keempat.
Encik Tigana silen unmute dulu.
Sorry. Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya T. Gunasilan. Saya mewakili Pempetisyen. Rakan-rakan saya daripada badan-badan berkenal telah pun diperkenalkan. Yang Arif, saya pohon supaya saya dibenarkan berhujah dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
My lady, when the petitioner approached me to move a call, I readily accepted it for two reasons. Like my learned friend Mr. Wong Cheng Kiat said, this is a very special occasion. And this is the only occasion perhaps when we appear in court, we can be sure that we don't have to cite any authorities. We can also be sure that in the event the order is allowed, there will be no appeal. There's hardly any stress for us.
Yes.
Having said that,
and no grounds of judgment for me to raise.
Absolutely. Yes. Having said that, now, my lady, please permit me to introduce the petitioner. The petitioner, Ms. Yap Suen Yi, was born on the 23rd of August, 1995, and is the youngest child of Mr. Yap Yun Fat and Madam Liao Pao Lian. My lady, the petitioner went to Scholar Journalist Kabang China, Desa Jaya for her primary studies before she continued her secondary education in SMK, Bandar Sri Damansara 1. After that, the petitioner undertook her A levels at Taylor's College, Sri Hartamas, and subsequently went on to get her Bachelor's of Law with second-class upper division from the University of West England, Bristol. My lady, the petitioner then completed her LLM at Bar Professional Training and City at the City University of London and was called to the Bar of England and Wales on the 10th of October 2019. She is a member of the Lincoln's Inn, a barrister of Lincoln's Inn. She then chose to pursue a master's in law in medical law at Queen Mary University of London in 2020. Then after that, petitioner proceeded to look for a pupil master, and it comes as no surprise that she sought Mr. P.S. Ranjan, who needs no introduction in the medical legal arena. The petitioner, my lady, completed her pupillage under Mr. P.S. Ranjan, and petitioner was exposed to various areas of not just medical legal cases, but also to various aspects of civil procedure. I spoke to Mr. P.S. Ranjan myself, and he told me that the petitioner completed her task with dedication and efficiently. And my lady, the petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her parents, Mr. Yap Yun Fat, who had worked as the head of plant division in the construction company before he retired. Her mother, Madam Liao Pao Lian, was her homemaker. Her elder brother, Mr. Yap Jin Hong, an accounts officer in Malaysian German Chamber, and Mr. Yap Jing Chen, who is a geotechnical engineer in a consultancy firm. Well, my lady, it would appear that there is a full house now with a lawyer being admitted to the family. Your petitioner, my lady, would like to express her utmost gratitude to Mr. P.S. Ranjan and to the two other partners of the firm, Mr. Manmohan Singh Dhillon and Mr. Karti Kantabalan, for their guidance throughout 9 months there. She'd also like to express her thanks to other members of the firm who have always provided her with all the guidance and support. My lady, saya percaya semua surat cara adalah teratur. Saya juga telah difahamkan oleh rakan-rakan saya yang bijaksana daripada badan-badan berkenaan bahawa mereka tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Saya juga percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang layak untuk diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam.
Sorry. Binti.
Apologies. Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan itu Yang Arif, saya mohon agar Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Yap Suen Hee sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Yap Suen Hee dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Yang Arif, saya memohon supaya Pempetisyen dibenarkan menarumkan jubah diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Gunasilan.
Much obliged.
Petisyen kelima, nombor petisyen WA-18-1309-09/2020 Lim Waila.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lim Waila, Pempetisyen kelima.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Ramesh K. Subramaniam, Peguam Pengusul, mewakili pihak Pempetisyen nombor 5. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan, Encik Ramesh.
Terima kasih. My lady, the petitioner is 25 years of age. He was born on the 17th of September 1996 at the Chinese Maternity Hospital in Kuala Lumpur, and is the firstborn child to Mr. Lim Kok Kong and Madam Tang Hui Wan. The petitioner completed his primary education at Sekolah Kebangsaan Cina Serdang Baru 1 and secondary education at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Seri Kembangan. After completing his sixth form, the petitioner was accepted to study law at University Utara Malaysia, Kedah. He was a bright and exemplary student, having graduated in 2020 with first-class honours in Bachelor of Law. I'm also informed that the petitioner is a keen movie buff. He also enjoys reading, which surely explains how he obtained first-class honours. The petitioner underwent his pupillage at the law firm of Chia Po Gay and Associates under the supervision of his pupil master, Miss Chia Po Gay. If I may just state a few facts about Miss Chia. Miss Chia has been in active practice for 36 years, having been admitted to the bar on the 9th of November 1985. And she has been running her own practice since 1990. I have had the distinction of having served with Miss Chia when I was a member of the Selangor Bar Committee. I have known Miss Chia not only to be an intelligent person, but one who acts with integrity, honesty, and with a strong sense of fairness and respect. Hence, the petitioner is gifted the unique opportunity to be guided by Ms. Chia. During his pupillage, the petitioner has been actively involved in the firm's practice, ranging from civil litigation to conveyancing. With the dedication shown by the petitioner, he has been given the honor to join the esteemed firm as a practicing lawyer. I am confident that he will be a great asset, not only to the firm, but to the Malaysian bar. My lady, we must never forget our roots. And to this, the petitioner wants to express his utmost gratitude to his parents for their unconditional love, affection, support, and sacrifice, which were instrumental to the petitioner's growth. He has now become a young man eager to embark on the challenges ahead. If I may read a short quote, "It is in the roots, not the branches, that a tree's greatest strength lies." On this day, the petitioner also wishes to express his deepest appreciations to his loving grandmother, Madam Wong Swee Ha, who has not only spoiled him to death with her lovely cooking, but also loves him dearly. He also takes this opportunity to thank all his other family members, relatives, and friends who have supported and guided him. The petitioner expresses his sincere gratitude to his pupil master, Ms. Chia, for her unwavering support and guidance throughout his pupillage. He is grateful for having such a dedicated mentor as he embarks on a new and challenging journey ahead. The petitioner also wishes to thank all his colleagues at the firm who have accepted him as a new member to the family. He is thankful to have gained so much knowledge and experience from his colleagues. They made his time in the firm an enjoyable experience. He is eagerly looking forward to being an entrenched and valuable asset to the firm, and once again thanks Ms. Chia for giving him the opportunity to continue his practice here. My lady, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor to the High Court of Malaya. I also believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Malaysian Bar, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections to this petition.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya Lim Y. Lap diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Lim Y. Lap sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Lim Y. Lap dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Tension of being robed.
It's not easy to put on a very dignified costume, you know, Mr. Ramesh.
It's true, my lady.
Yes.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Congratulations, Mr. Lim, and thank you, Mr. Ramesh.
Much obliged, my lady.
Pempetisyen ke-6. Nombor petisyen WA-1727-10/2019 Sherina Kausidu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Sherina Kausidu, pempetisyen ke-6.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Hacharan Singh, Peguam penyusul yang hadir pada hari ini bagi pempetisyen ke-6 Sherina Kausidu. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jabatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah diperkenalkan awal tadi. Yang Arif, dengar tadi, saya mohon izin Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan Encik Hacharan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. May it please, my lady, may I introduce the petitioner, Sharina Posidu. The petitioner was born on the 21st of April, 1996. She is the second child and only daughter of Mr. Hacharan Singh and married with Jinder Kaur. And yes, my lady, the petitioner is my daughter. The petitioner had her secondary education at Sekolah Menengah Convent Klang. The petitioner then, upon completing her A-levels, went on to read law at the University of Warwick, England, and graduated with the upper second class honours in 2018. The petitioner subsequently completed a Masters of Law in Bar Professional Training at City Law School, University of London, and was called to the Bar of England and Wales and admitted as member of the Honourable Society of Lincoln's Inn in 2019. The petitioner thereafter commenced a pupillage in Messrs. Shan Delamo & Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend, Miss Christina Kau Sau Chu, wherein the petitioner was given the opportunity to explore various areas of law within the law firm. The petitioner's desire to practice law stemmed from a passion that everyone in society, regardless of race, ethnicity, or community to which one lives, ought to have equal access to justice. The petitioner, during her time in the kingdom, was able to actively contribute and assist the poor, the needy, as well as the migrants in receiving the necessary legal aid and advice as they so rightly deserve as a human being during her time in various law clinics, and hoped to be able to continue in doing her part with those who cannot or for any reason unable to speak for themselves. My lady, on this memorable day, the petitioner would like to seek leave to dedicate her gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to every person who had been either directly or indirectly instrumental in the petitioner's journey in her admission to the bar and her legal career. My lady, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her gratitude to her grandmother, Madam Sikandar Kaur, her parents, myself, my wife, Madam Jinder Kaur, and not forgetting her siblings, Arvind, Sandeep, Roshan, and her sister-in-law, Jasprit, for their unwavering love, support, encouragement, guidance, and sacrifices, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. Words alone cannot express how thankful the petitioner is to her family for their love and sacrifices that nurtured the petitioner into a person that she is today. The petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her late grandparents and the late uncle for their love and guidance, and it would have been a proud day for them today. The petitioner would like to also thank the People Master, Ms. Christina Kau, for providing the petitioner with an invaluable insight into legal practice. The petitioner is grateful to have undergone a fulfilling journey throughout the pupillage, which was a time of introspection as much as it was a time for growth and new experience. The petitioner would like to say a big thank you to her fellow pupils who were always ever willing to lend a helping hand and for making her pupillage experience fun and rewarding. The petitioner's place in a group of loving friends who look out for each other and always been there for each other in good and bad times. In this state, the petitioner would like to especially thank her friends Sean, Wipeng, Suwan, Jane, Swen Yi, and many more. The petitioner is beyond grateful as a person could not have asked for better friends. Lastly, the petitioner would like to express a gratitude to the mover, myself, who had kindly agreed to move herself. Set aside my valuable time to move a call, but the pleasure is all mine, as not so often a dad gets an opportunity to move one's own daughter's call to be admitted as an advocate and solicitor. I can't believe it. My lady, the petition called to the bar today, I think it's appropriate to draw our attention to the term vocation. Vocation is derived from the Latin word meaning to call. Hence, I find it very accurate to describe the legal profession as a vocation. Being members of the legal profession, we answer the call to serve others. Now, having completed her 9-month journey as a pupil, the petitioner is about to mark the entry into the vocation of a legal profession. I believe the petitioner will be accredited the profession with a gentle nature, sharp intelligence, and professional attitude. I humbly submit and I know that the petitioner for more than 20 years is a good character and attitude and so worthy of mention to the bar. And I believe the petitioner's papers are in order and there are no objections from my learned friends from the AG Chambers, Bar Council, and the Bar Committee, KL Bar Committee. Dengan izin Arif, saya dengan diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar Pempetisyen Sherina Kosidu diterima masuk Mendaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih. Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan ya Arif.
Dengan izin Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
How could there be any objection when a father stands before the court to testify as to her daughter, is it not? Yes. Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Sherina Kosidu sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Sherina Kosidu dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan izinnya Arif, saya dengan diri memohon kebenarannya Arif untuk Pempetisyen menyarung jubahnya sendiri. Terima kasih Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif. Congratulations, Ms. Sherina Kaur and Mr. Hacharan. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, my lady.
Petisyen ke-7, nombor petisyen WA-1887-1787-12/2020 Mitchell Chan Zhao Zhou.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Mitchell Chan Zhao Zhou, Pempetisyen ke-7.
Yes.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Ravi Neko, Peguam Pengusul ke-7. Saya hadir petang ini Yang Arif bagi pihak Pempetisyen Mitchell Chan Zhao Zhou. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, untuk pengusulan seterusnya dengan rendah diri saya mohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan, Encik Ravi.
Thank you, my lady. My lady, it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce your petitioner, Michelle Chan Zhao Zhou, to this court. Born and raised in the Klang Valley, the petitioner commenced his early education as SJKC Phua Chai and later went on to Wesley Methodist School. And thereafter, my lady, he and his family had to go off to Netherlands because his father got transferred there. He then later came back to Malaysia and completed his pre-university education at an international school in Kuala Lumpur. Then the petitioner went on to pursue his law degree, my lady. After 3 eventful years, the petitioner completed his law degree and was awarded a degree in law with the upper second class honours from the University of East Anglia in 2019. The petitioner then commenced the bar professional training course and was called to the bar as a member of the Middle Temple in 2020, and his studies were interrupted by the onset of COVID-19 pandemic. The petitioner then commenced his pupillage in Mrs. Alba and Partners in 2020 under the tutelage of Puan Sharifah Dalila Alba Binti Said Zaid. The petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank his pupil master for being patient and willing to teach him. He will always appreciate her giving him an opportunity to work and learn under her. He would also like to extend his appreciation to the support staff in the firm for teaching him a lot about the practical aspects of legal practice. My lady, on this important day, which marks a new milestone for the petitioner takes this opportunity to thank his father, Chan Kuan Ling, mother, Hu Su Chin, who tirelessly, unrelentingly, unbegrudgingly, and lovingly stood by him through the ups and downs. He is indeed grateful to them. The petitioner also thanks his brother, Christian Chan, for being supportive throughout the years. The petitioner also thanks his other relatives and friends who, despite being located in countries around the world, never failed to keep in touch with him, giving him all their support. On this occasion, my lady, the petitioner would also like to thank and indicate his appreciation to Mr. Yao Yimeng and his team in Mrs. Christopher Lee and Ong, where he has learned something new every single day of work. Finally, my lady, the petitioner would like to thank the teachers and lecturers who had guided him throughout his education. Yang Arif, berdasarkan fakta-fakta di atas dan kertas kausa yang telah difailkan, saya sesungguhnya percaya Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang layak untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah yang mulia ini. Saya percaya rakan-rakan saya dari badan-badan yang telah diperkenalkan tadi tidak akan mempunyai sebarang bantahan ke atas permohonan.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Jabatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Oleh itu, Yang Arif, dengan rendah diri, saya memohon agar Pempetisyen Michelle Chan Zhao Zhu diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Michelle Chan Zhao Zhu sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Michelle Chan Zhao Zhu dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Much obliged, my lady. Pohon kebenaran untuk Pempetisyen menjarungkan jubahnya.
Persilakan.
The burden of the robe is on his shoulders, my lady.
It's a start. It's a start.
Yes.
The burden that's coming. Yes.
Thank you, my lady.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Ravi Niko.
Yes.
Dengan ini saya menjemput Yang Ada Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan.
Puan Adiba Iman Mat Hassan, Peguam Persekutuan, Wakil kepada yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia. You've been with us since this morning. Thank you very much, Puan Adiba. Yes, Mr. Tan Seng Chiang, Wakil Majlis Peguam Malaysia. The charming Mr. Oi, thank you for being here with us this evening. Para peguam pengusul yang bijaksana, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian, selamat petang, selamat sejahtera. Let me begin by expressing my sincerest thanks to all the movers and the representatives from the AGC, the Bar Council, the Bar Committee for making the time to be with us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this proceeding via online is an initiative by the Malaysian judiciary to ensure that the petitioners are able to continue their careers in the legal fraternity. This is the new norm that has been adopted and adapted by all parties in facing the COVID-19 pandemic. As far as this court is concerned, this is the last session of the long call for the year to 2021. As much as I am relieved, I must say, these long call proceedings have always lifted my spirit to see the faces of the young and promising new lawyers and to hear their impressive resumes. More so this evening, when there was this future father-in-law moving the call of the future daughter-in-law, the father moving the call of the daughter. Couldn't be better. And who says being in court is uninteresting. The future is bright for this legal profession, I must say, inshallah, and I'm proud to be in this court to discharge the responsibility in admitting them as advocates and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya. Ladies and gentlemen, the new advocates and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya, I believe today is an important and auspicious occasion for all of you who have been called just now. Now, let me be among the first to congratulate you on your success and achievement. You have passed all your exams and you have survived the grueling 9 months of chambering, and you are now about to take the first step in your professional career. Being called to the bar is the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and commitment on your part, and not forgetting the sacrifice of your parents in supporting you emotionally and financially over the years. Please do not forget their sacrifices. I can imagine the pride in your parents and your loved ones' faces this evening. I can see that from Mr. Hacharan Singh this evening. And I must say, your parents are justified and own the pride, as they, especially your parents, have sacrificed a lot to see where you are today. Congratulations to the parents of the petitioners. Hari ini juga adalah hari yang membuktikan kejayaan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Remember this, petitioners. The first rule to be successful is that you must always be grateful and kind to your parents. Ladies and gentlemen, you have entered into a noble and respected profession. Since the beginning of civilized nation until today, this profession has been given great trust in their roles and responsibilities in implementing and upholding justice. Bear in mind and remember always that the ability to practice as an advocate and solicitor is not a right, but a privilege accorded by the legislation, i.e. the Legal Profession Act. The judiciary and the individual judges are not the entire repository of justice. They are neither the sole guardians nor custodians of justice within the justice system. As Fali Nariman, the renowned jurist, stated, and I quote, "If an independent judiciary is the backbone of the rule of law, as it has always often been described, then an independent legal profession is the catalyst that helps achieve it." Unquote. Lawyers, as guardians of the law, plays a vital role in the preservation of society. The fulfillment of this role requires an understanding by lawyers of their relationship with officers, and function in our legal system. They are first and foremost officers of the court. This is a role of paramount importance within the justice system because they assist the court to arrive at a just decision. It is the lawyers who sets out the factual basis for a dispute, the complaint of his client, who conducts the trial in accordance with the principles of natural justice and significantly provides guidance to the court in relation to the law. In undertaking these duties, a lawyer's primary and overriding duty is owed to the court. It is therefore of fundamental importance for lawyers to comprehend and accept that while they are agents for their clients who pay them for the work they undertake, their cardinal duty is to ensure that their presentation of their client's case and the law is honest, relevant, and of sufficient competence to assist a court. In short, lawyers are constrained to maintain the highest standards of ethical conduct. If they fail to abide by these fundamental duties, there is a direct and immediate consequence, namely that the administration of justice is undermined. Remember, if we desire respect for the law, we must first make the law respectable. Ladies and gentlemen, with this first step today, you are embarking on a long professional journey. There will be many roadblocks and obstacles along the way, but you must never lose sight of your destination. Life is about accepting the challenges along the way, choosing to keep moving forward, and savoring the journey. Let me remind you of the simple virtues that a lawyer must have: patience, integrity, honesty, humility. As you embark on this pursuit, I extend to you, on behalf of the entire bench and everyone in this virtual courtroom, our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes. I'm confident that you will strive to achieve excellence in the performance of your obligations and duties at the bar. I'm also confident that you will respect each other at the bar. I congratulate you once again. Wear those robes with pride and dignity. Welcome on board, they say, and hope to see you conduct your case in court as a learned counsel one fine day. Have a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your kind attendance and attention.